Hey guys, I wanted to make a video on things to keep you motivated to do projects that you have to do versus the projects that you just want to do. The projects that you want to do will be things like maybe the factory fog lights. Yeah, I enjoyed doing that project. It was a lot of fun. And also the 6-gauge cluster versus the 4-gauge cluster. I really enjoyed that project as well. But there was also projects that I had to do versus the ones that I just wanted to do. The first one was the passenger side rear view mirror. When I bought this truck, a new mirror was included with the price of the truck. The previous owner had bought another mirror and just didn't have it put on or whatever, and so I had to do that when I got the truck. That was the first project I actually did on this. And to do that, you pry this little cover piece off with a plastic pry bar. There's a couple of screws behind that. You have to pry this piece off with the plastic pry bar. You want to use plastic because you don't want to, mess up your plastic trim. The screws that actually hold the mirror on are behind this, and there's a wire that, the wiring harness that goes through here, and it connects down in here somewhere. It's the, for the power mirror, heated mirror feature. Anyways, you have to actually take the entire door card off to do this, and it's really not a difficult job. There's just a few screws, and most of it just is held on with plastic clips and metal clips, and you just pry it off with a plastic pry bar. You just got to make sure you raise it straight up, because this piece right here is what really holds it all on. Also, the power window switch was kind of messed up. Both of the windows, when I would put them down, it would work fine, but coming back up, I would have to like fiddle with the switch and mess with it a little bit to get it to work. It would finally work, but it was just a little messed up, so I had to replace this switch. It's this plus this, it's all one piece. Again, you have to take the entire door card off to get to this. It's really not difficult, but it does require a little doing. Those were some things I had to do. One of the things I just wanted to do was install these steps. I can make a video on that if you'd like, but it's really pretty straightforward. Another thing that I had to do, I kept noticing that I needed to add coolant quite often, like maybe once a month. I'd have to add some coolant to make my heater work. And the problem was, after some investigation, there was a crack right back here in the plastic end on the radiator, so I had to replace the radiator. When I did that, I also replaced the upper and lower radiator hose, because it's just cheap insurance. If you want to replace one, you really need to replace the other. Just it just makes sense. So anyway, another project that I had to do was, I was hearing a lot of noise from underneath the engine, or underneath the hood, I mean, coming from the engine. And I used my mechanic's stethoscope here to test the different pulleys and whatever, and I found out that this one, the tensioner pulley, the bearing was going bad in it, and so I had to replace that. What I bought was an entire kit. It came with the tensioner pulley, the idler pulley, a new serpentine belt, and also a new air conditioner compressor belt, which I did not replace because it's a stretch to fit belt, and I just didn't want to deal with it. The old one's fine. It's still got a lot of life left in it, so whatever. I have a new one. I can replace it if I need to, but the belt or tensioner pulley here, you put a socket on this and just pull it forward, and it takes the tension off of the serpentine belt. Then you can remove that, and then there's a couple of bolts that actually hold this on. You take those off, and replace in reverse order. It's no big deal. I also replaced the idler pulley just because I had a new one. I kept the old one as a spare, and I also kept the old serpentine belt as a spare because there was really nothing wrong with it. And if anything should happen to the new one, if it should break or anything, I have an old one. Okay, I'm a hoarder, whatever, I don't care. Anyways, those are some of the things that had to be done versus things that I just wanted to do. When you want to do something, it just kind of makes it a little more enjoyable. So anyways, I hope you got something out of this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.